Alright, in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Geekiverse show. My name is Josiah Leroy. With me today, Adam Hurd, our Polish pierogi, Jeff Pavlak, Jeff Beta, Austin Rayner, and Sam.
I tried to hold it together.
I couldn't hold it. Go ahead.
I'm very disappointed that didn't work.
I know.
So in part one of our video game series here, we were talking about Lego video games and what we wanted to see. We totally forgot to mention that we wanted to see a Lego Gamera. Cricket! I was going to say. He knows. He knows we're talking.
I hate your guts.
So, would Lego Godzilla or Lego Gamera win?
Depends on which version it is.
Oh my god, this could take for hours.
Do you really want me to take up the entire segment?
I'd prefer not.
Moving on.
One Lego we're not going to see this weekend from the Grumpy Geek, Tom Brady. Any Boston fans? New England? No? No?
That joke sucked.
Well, you suck.
I would fail. None of us. You went for it, and none of us went with you. We stand back like. Ew.
Go for it. I hate all of them.
Lots of hate in this segment. Move
Maybe
on.
you shouldn't have made fun of Gamera.
Oh my god.
He would have laughed if you didn't.
All right. So, first topic we wanted to talk about: are video games too expensive these days? We came up when we were meeting this morning just before filming. We talked about the price of certain, regular retail editions, downloadable special editions. Usually, at least here in the U.S., it's $59.99 when everything comes out. Sometimes you can wait just a few weeks, get something on sale. What do you guys think on this? Are they too expensive?
Way too expensive.
Why?
Well, let's use some recent examples of video games that have come out to explain this. You have Destiny, which came out with, when they came out with the Taken King, they came out with 3 versions of it or 2 versions of it. There was a collector's, a legendary, and was there another one, or is it just those 2? I don't remember.
It was just the legendary. It was the Taken King, which was $39.99. It was
Like
$40 for just the Taken King, which was just the DLC.
Yeah.
And they came out with the legendary edition that had Destiny, the 2 expansions, and the Taken King for $60. But if you bought it like I did day one, you spent $60, and then you bought the season pass for another $35, and now it's all included for one price.
You're right, but that's the price of early adopting.
Yep.
You pay that price to play it day one.
Yeah. So then why play it day one?
Well, if you want to play it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It depends how bad you want to play this game when it comes out. It's like buying the Xbox One. I bought it day one, $4.99.
Yep.
A year later, they get rid of Kinect.
Yep.
I wouldn't have bought Kinect day one.
Yeah.
I didn't need that, and it goes down to $400. Now it's $350 just about
You
everywhere.
mean you don't like to tell your Xbox to turn off and turn on?
No, because it never listens. The PlayStation listens better. So my argument is these developers put in so much time. And historically, games have technically never been cheaper. If you adjust for inflation and production costs and what we're really getting out of them now, Pete would argue, it's no asteroids.
But what are you getting out of it? Like you have
a great experience.
Well, you're
arguing that it's buggy at first.
Absolutely.
That's on the developer.
Grand Theft Auto 5. They come out, they say, okay, we have this really awesome online. It's been completely overhauled from GTA 4. And it's going to come out only 2 days after we launch the actual game.
Right.
2 weeks later, it comes out. It's buggy as all hell. Then they say, all right, don't worry, we're going to make this all better. We have heists. You can do heists now with your friends. That was supposed to come out only 2 weeks after the original launch of the online.
It's also free, by the way.
Now it is.
Online, did you ever have to pay for GTA Online?
There was free.
The online was always free. The heists, there was a original rumor coming out that you were going to have to pay for heists.
Yeah, but
and then it gets delayed a month, and then they're like, all right, it'll be out next month. Then it comes out again. They're delaying. A whole year later, you get heists, and there's just, I
think you're arguing against yourself here, though, because your first argument was Destiny, in essence, came out too soon or incomplete, and GTA waited, in essence, with the delay.
GTA came out incomplete. Destiny came out too expensive.
He's saying GTA came out and then they promised all these online things.
Yeah, like they promised all this stuff.
They delayed it and
2 days after.
I disagree, but
and there's other thing
I didn't say agree.
to talk about here too is that I think we're also talking about only AAA games. That side of the industry there is a counter to that, I think, with indie development and crowdfunding. like we are getting cheaper games, and they're really quality games that are coming out of these smaller developers.
True.
That I think are countering these like giant, huge monolithic games like your GTAs and your Call of Duties that are doing what we want from them and what we're asking. And I think that's going to change the industry entirely. I think it's going to put it all on its head, and all of these. And I think what we're seeing is now the death of all of this is being these DLCs packages. They're trying to grab money from us while they can because it's not going to be there forever. It's an old model.
No, this is what's going to happen is the bottom is going to fall out from underneath all of the DLCs. Like Call of Duty, $15 every time you want a DLC. If you play Advanced Warfare, in order to continue the zombie story, you need to constantly be buying into the DLCs. They're no longer optional for story-based stuff in terms of zombies. You have, I was watching an episode of The Know the other day, and Ubisoft has come out and said that for their new game, The Division, they basically made it so you need to buy the season pass.
Right.
You're going to be missing out on content that is going to better your experience against other players if you don't have the season pass.
Now, is this right? Do you believe that this is the right thing? Like,
No.
When you're buying that $60 game, should it be complete?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
my
It's a
thought
$6
is
experience.
you. I'm not a developer. I'm not a publisher. But as a gamer, on the other side of that, I think you can't justify having season passes or downloadable content that is not an add-on. Like, you can't release it like The Division, like Adam is saying, and like to unlock certain parts, like a pay-to-play kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
You need to be able to 100% complete your game. Your downloadable content should be what it is, an add-on.
Right.
Maybe like Batman Arkham, like you play Arkham City, you play Arkham Knight, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Those little stories, like the Harley Quinn pack, it's add-on. You
Yeah.
don't need that for the regular
Yeah,
story, but it
exactly.
enhances it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a good example of it making a game better.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like that Rocksteady charged 40 or 50 for their pass,
Right.
but you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pay $8 anytime I want to go buy one of the
Yeah.
little packs.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking for a solution that I think most of us would be okay with, I don't want to say everybody, but if you're going to come out with DLC packs and they're going to be $15, charge less for the original game. So make it, like, if you want a full $60 game, but you're not giving it to us right away, I'm okay with you making me pay $15 as long as that $15 is going to eventually add up to $60.
But they're never going to do that. 'Cause
I know.
why-
Like, they're,
Yeah.
If they're
it's not
paying
gonna make
60
money.
bucks and another 15, why would they lower it?
The
When you're already-
argument from a developer
They're
standpoint
already in your
is
pocket.
you need to pay us the $60 for the game so we can work on that DLC for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
That's what they say.
The
Whether
issue with
true or
launch, they've got the DLC. They're just holding it back to get more money. I think the other thing to think about, like you said, Josiah, I think we're looking at it from a perspective of, if you're looking from a developer's perspective, you're paying to get it first. You want it first. If you want to get it first, here's $60. Because how much is Battlefront this week? It's $35. Star Wars Battlefront.
Mm-hmm.
It's on sale. And so then you're not paying the full 150 with the season pass. But they also waited to tell us what the season. The other big issue is the ethical issue. We're talking about ethical issues in video game sales, but whatever, it's fine. Geekiverse.
It matters.
No, it
It's-
really
it's-
does. We work hard for our money. I'm not going to
Well-
pay 60. Shut up. I'm not going to spend $60 on a game that's broken,
Right.
buggy, and doesn't have the content that I thought I paid for. You know?
But what I was going to say.
Yeah, you better agree with her.
She's running this.
what I was gonna say is we're promised these season passes. We're promised these like just amazing stuff that's coming just behind the veil, and they don't lift the veil until way after the time you would have paid for it.
I don't like that with Arkham. I don't like that with Star Wars Battlefront. We had no idea what DLC
Yeah,
was coming,
yeah.
and you were paying $50 now, $50
Right.
up to, and some, it used to be $20, $30, which was still,
It's still too much.
that's still a lot, but you don't know what you're getting for $50, and for all we know, they could just, which they did basically, release Luke's Hoth costume, right?
Yeah.
Like,
They're
that's
essentially-
not.
That's not worth $50.
You're
No.
essentially paying for a new game. Like, this
Yeah.
was my argument when The Taken King came out, and the original pricing, before they lowered it because everybody almost, like,
Lost,
flipped.
yeah.
Yeah,
Left.
they
Yeah.
lost their lid. They were going to charge you $60 for what is essentially DLC. Could you honestly sit here and say, if you played The Taken King, that was a complete game for you?
See, with Destiny, it doesn't bother me so much that
Take out all of the original content. If you just had the Taken King, is that a complete game for you?
I don't think so. And
Why are you charging a complete game price then?
Well, the reason video game companies have been able to get away with this is because video game fans are so passionate about what they want to play. I mean, I can attest to this. Just one example, Nintendo is releasing an HD remake of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess next month. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is almost 9 years old, and this HD update is exactly that, just an HD update. They're cleaning up the graphics a little bit. They're releasing this game for $60.
Yep.
A 9-year-old game with an amiibo for $60, and I pre-ordered it the other day. And there's a lot
You're
of
part
other,
of the problem,
right?
man.
Exactly.
You're part of the problem.
People love video games so much that they are willing to maybe charge more than is required.
So it's okay though if it's something you want, but I think what it all comes down to is you speak with your wallet, right?
Absolutely.
They're as long as we keep buying these or these passes or we pay $60 day one, which I'm going to be there for Quantum Break, I'm going to be there for Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if those games are going to be good. I think if you're on the edge of knowing if a game, it's just hard. I guess you've really got to know going in that you're taking a risk nowadays because of online connectivity and patches and all that crap.
But here's the other issue, and I don't want to upset his grumpiness, but we're gonna go back to we're gonna go back to the Legos for a second because they're getting them young. Because here's the new Star Wars Lego The Force Awakens has a season pass, so that tells the young people who are buying it, like children. That's just part of the thing now.
They're growing up with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no reason, this is how video games are going to be. Now, I think the other thing we're not looking at...
Did they come out and actually say what's in that season pass?
Of course not. Why would they tell you?
I know the Lego Avengers, the new one that just came out, it was a $10 season pass. It came with like 40 extra characters and like 5 level packs that you can get.
But at least you
that's
get something.
value.
It's
that's not bad.
$10. You're like, oh, that's not bad. It's not $49.99.
Yeah.
Like you can go,
Looking at you, buddy.
you can go over, and there's games that are like that. Like it's $50 to buy the Battlefield 4 season pass. Battlefield 4 is a relatively old game at this point.
Yeah.
Why are we still charging $50 for that season pass?
Because they can.
People buy it.
Because people buy it.
Because people buy it, but it's also getting to the point now where it's a pay to win situation.
Right.
Like I keep coming back to Destiny, but it's a current perfect model for this entire podcast. They came out and said, we're introducing microtransactions, and they're not going to be pay to win. They're just going to be extra little things. You can buy emotes and stuff like that. As we have progressed, it has absolutely gotten to the point where you're paying to win. If you don't have the Taken King DLC, if you didn't get that, you couldn't compete in trials. You couldn't compete in half of the things that game had before that. Like, it's getting to the point where, sorry, but if you don't buy our extra stuff, well, then you're pretty. If multiplayer is your thing, you're not going to be able to play the game.
And that's kind of what took me away from Halo. Is like, because in Halo 2, everyone's on the same playing field. Like, you're just a guy, and if you're better than the other guy, you're going to shoot him more times, and you're going to win.
Yep.
Halo 3, what?
Play SWAT, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
SWAT, any game mode, but Halo 2 is like, it's a guy versus guy, or team versus team, whatever. Halo 3, you have to download extra maps, otherwise you're not playing online.
Right.
You have to download this extra stuff, otherwise those guys are going to have the better add-ons or whatever.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like, I got, what's the latest one, Halo 5? I have it, and I don't play it because, like...
So here's the thing, though. You're right with the Halo model, and I think that ties into what I wanted to bring up with what you said, with it being cyclical, with the DLC model.
Yeah.
Because 3 and 4, and 2 to a point, you needed really to buy those to, really
advance.
progress.
Yeah,
If you wanted to be really competitive and good at it,
Right.
which most people that are playing Halo want to be. But as the DLC model is dying and everyone is trying to squeeze those extra pennies out, bringing it up $10 every year for the pass, 343 has made Halo 5's DLC free. So the maps throughout the year, and that's crazy because they could make a killing on
easily.
those. But maybe that's the start of it. I don't think we'll see it with Activision, with Call of Duty, or with EA and Battlefield, or Battlefront for a while. But it takes one. And if 343 is that first one to do it, and they had to after the debacle that was the start of the Master Chief Collection.
yeah.
That was nasty.
It took a month to play.
But see, that brings up another point. You only see them do this after something terrible has happened. You look at GTA, nowhere in their plans did they say, all right, we're going to have free DLC, but
they do release free DLC
now
for GTA.
Now they do, because after they destroyed their multiplayer release and their multiplayer launch, they were like, what are we going to do?
That's typically how things have progressed in the video game industry.
Like when you completely fumble up, that's when you go over and you say, okay, well, here's this free stuff. But you don't see that out of like a nice, hey, video game players, here's this free stuff.
That's business.
The business side of video games. So, we touched on it.
And we were talking about this earlier. It comes from a culture now of also microtransactions. That's where it's going to get insidious, where they're going to give you this big free content and then undercharge you for all this other little stuff.
Thanks, Dead Space 3.
Exactly.
Again, GTA, they have the $9 million yacht or the $10 million jet. You can't, there's no way to seriously make that amount of money quickly in that game.
It's a cool looking jet, though.
It's a cool looking jet. But how can you get it? You can go and buy the microtransactions. Yep. You can get $3 million for $20.
Jeff has purchased it.
Yeah, I purchased the jet.
How'd you get the jet? Did you play the game religiously until you got enough money, or did you do what he said?
There was a glitch early on that gave you a lot of money really quick, and I used that and I bought the jet.
They're
he's the proud owner of a GTA jet.
Yes.
But that's their way of compensating for the fact that, okay, we had to give this stuff away for free. Here's $20 microtransactions to get you ahead in the game again. Right. It's getting a little insane with the amount of when does a microtransaction why does it just become a transaction at that point? It's $20.
I think it's a transaction if you buy the game, and then you have to buy all the other stuff for it. It was I think it was an April Fool's Day joke where you had a bowling game, and it was and they're like, oh, well, you have to buy the characters that you want to play, and that'll be it's $10 for this bowling game. You want to bowl? Oh, if you want to do a strike, that'll be $1.
You have to buy each pin.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'm so glad we've been talking about GTA, because everything we do ties in. We had an interesting idea when we were talking earlier about a fun GTA crossover.
This is great.
Lord of the Rings style Grand Theft Auto open world game. Adam or Sam need to elaborate on this a little bit.
Well, this is how I know I'd fit in here. I'd just like to say that.
Yes.
This is the first conversation I walked into. I'm like, perfect. Yeah. I found my people.
Yeah. Welcome, Jeff Beta.
You have ring rays just going through the Grand Theft Auto, and it was going on buildings and blowing shit.
We talked about robbing a bank earlier.
Yeah,
Can you imagine Gandalf being fly, you fools!
Frodo's like, oh, I got the money.
I want a golden Nazgul now. That's what I want. I need a golden Nazgul to fly on.
Bilbo was made for this.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, a hobbit on a flying golden Nazgul. That's it.
It's important to point out that when I originally brought this idea up, I had no intention of it going this direction.
Which I can't believe you didn't think we were going to take and put on the air.
Yeah.
All I was saying was I want
anything that is said can and will be used on the show.
Yeah.
True. So. All of that is true. All I was saying is I want a free roam style Lord of the Rings that's not
And how did you get to GTA?
Because GTA is a free roam style.
Did you play Lord of the Rings online by any chance?
I did.
On the PC?
No. Jeff, I didn't play PC games.
That sounds like your problem.
No, you stupid idiot. I didn't play a video game connected to the movie we're talking about.
No, I didn't play a PC game. I don't have a gaming computer.
That's exactly what you're looking for, though. That's
is that still going?
I think so, isn't it?
This is the first time I'm hearing of it. So,
like I said, that's your problem.
What a noob!
Not ours.
What a noob!
I'm a console gamer. That's a very specific set of people.
Again, that's your problem.
But okay, you have two separate groups of people. You have the console gamers and you have the PC gamers.
PC Master Race.
PC gaming
Master Race. So
this is spiraling out of control.
I would prefer an open world gamer game, but that's just me.
Oh boy.
Maybe we can
stop looking at me.
I would like it too. I mean, hey, let's bring it out.
Maybe we can have some pierogies in it too, or something.
Jeff's turned real red. Is this?
Oh gosh. Well, yeah, that'd be fun. So anyway, another bit of news: Battalion 1944 was announced this week. That is a World War II shooter. 1944. It's been a while since we've had one of those games, and I think we've all been kind of hoping Call of Duty and Battlefield were going to cycle around to this. Looks like they were beaten to the punch because this was a Kickstarter campaign. Yep. Made its goal in 3 days, I think.
Yeah,
We said.
that's it. An article on Kotaku, which has a trailer on it, and it's super cool with a bunch of like YouTube personalities in the trailer. It's
I think this is more of a first draft though, because they've got to add some polish to
yeah.
that.
Don't look at the
Temper your
trailer and be-
expectations.
yeah, don't look at the trailer and be like, this is what I'm getting. Like, no, it's very first draft. But yeah, they made their. I don't remember what the goal was off the top of my head, but
It's impressive though.
But they made their Kickstarter goal in 3 days.
So it shows there's a market for it. I think Call of Duty's going to go back there and just promote it, and it's like, this is the game you wanted. We're bringing it to you, kind of thing. In other words, we're out of futuristic ideas. But you know,
Well, I think 2016, 2017, a lot of the themes already are coming out. What some of these games are coming out are going back in time. You've got Far Cry, Primal's coming out
way back.
Way back, like way in the way back machine. But like, you know, I think that's what's next. I think Call of Duty, like you said, is going back into I think World War One even. But I think that we're going to start seeing those again because it's time for the HD remakes of all of these. It's time to get it's time to see Normandy in full HD and just really have a little bit of shell shock experience.
In one of the games that I want to say maybe it was Battlefield, one of the Battlefields or something, there was a Medal of Honor Frontline that came with it.
Yes.
Or I don't know if it might be getting Battlefield. It might not be Battlefield. I might be getting that game wrong. But
Stole your thunder.
one of the games they had it came with a newer version game came with the old game. It was so hard to play.
Yeah.
Like I played those games on the original PlayStation, PlayStation 2. I don't remember it being that hard.
Oh, it sucked. Medal of Honor. I think it was it Frontline?
Yeah, the one that I got was Frontline. That came with whatever new game.
Okay, I remember playing it like when it first came out for PlayStation 2, and it was so bad compared to what I'm used to now.
Yeah.
So but it was fun.
I didn't get past the first level. I got onto the beach of Normandy and immediately got shot. And was like, all right.
They're shooting from a tower from this far away. You can't kill them.
Well, I suck.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, wait, I got a gun. I can shoot back. Oh, no, I got shot.
I'm dead. Right. But I mean, it was fun once you got past that point 20 years later.
Yeah, exactly. I never did. I quit.
My hair got this long just playing that game.
I'm ready for the return to that era.
Yes.
I think Call of Duty would serve well to go back there as well. Battlefield 5 or wherever they're going with that too. The one big point I took away from this news though for the 1944 was they're going to have, it's going to be more focused on the gamer's individual skill rather than leveling up in perks. Because they want a level playing field for this. And I like that. I like going back to Halo 2, Halo 3. Yep. That era, there weren't add-ons. Like Call of Duty, if you don't play it day one, good luck.
You're bad.
You're done.
Yeah.
Someone's level 54 hours in, you play it the next day, you're like, what have you been doing?
And they're 6 years old.
They're 7th prestige in 24 hours. What are you going to do at that point?
Give up. So I think that's refreshing. I think that might be a sleeper hit. No ETA on its release date, but I would peg it probably 2017, 2018.
Probably.
Somewhere around there.
But, kind of cool. So I think that, again, cyclical, right?
Absolutely.
Everything old is new again.
Yep.
Or new and old,
I mean, last episode of this, we asked what game would you want to see Lego come out with?
Gamera, definitely Gamera.
I guess I'll pose the question. What game do you guys want to see go back in time? We've got Far Cry Primal. Now we were going to have Battalion 1944.
1920s Grand Theft Auto.
Ooh,
that sounds
would be
really
nice.
cool.
I think that would
sounds
actually very
cool.
cool. Nice.
That would be my
Oh
pick.
no, we
better
were
patent
talking
that.
about Mafia 3.
Yeah, there's Mafia games.
That's true.
do
That looks awesome.
Yeah, but it doesn't have Rockstar behind it.
True.
Or
That's true.
certain other individuals,
Yeah.
which you pay services to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make Josiah really happy. But I want to see a
Ladies of the
Star
night, is that what you're
Wars, a Star Wars before everything. I want to get into.
So you're saying the
Primordial
Old
ooze of Star Wars.
yeah,
What are you talking about? Star Wars before everything?
Well,
You're saying the really old era
really
Star
old
Wars.
Star Wars. The Jedi were basically the old Republic. Just I want to see it.
He makes fun of me to no end about my Star Wars talk, and he's brought it up way more than me today. So I'm kind of proud of him. But
Aw.
So,
Back in the days when
that's
when-
our cute brotherly moment. So
I'm
shut up, Adam. Gosh.
I gotta catch up to your prestige level.
Well played, my friend. So, on a serious note, we want to actually get into more of a discussion on this. I would love to hear some comments on the price of gaming. I guess the ethics of it with DLC and all that. Is it okay to do what they're doing? Is it okay to freeze part of the game on the disc? Is it okay to release a $50 season pass? Are those days over? We've been letting this brew for a while, obviously. So we want to see if that cycle's over. We want to hear a little bit on the thoughts on 1944. Also, some of our Lego and GTA crossovers. I think that would be exciting. Please give us some ideas, because we'd love to write an article on some
Lego
crossover.
GTA.
Lego GTA would be awesome. Or Lego Geekiverse.
There's
Lego Geekiverse. There it is.
I want to be Bruner. That would be awesome.
DLC is $10.
$10 to unlock your hair, right?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
And
You can have short hair,
the
Bruner. You can have flow, Bruner.
The ponytail's fine.
Actually, I'm wrong on that. I would pay $5 to be Grumpy Geek. That would be awesome.
Oh, boy.
He would be Peter one moment, and then like Superman, Clark Kent into Grumpy Geek. It'd be awesome. So that's happening. Book it there, folks. So
He'd just throw books. That'd be his attack. He'd just throw books.
read some more. Read some more. So visit us on social media, facebook.com/thegeekiverse. Hey, I'm talking here. Twitter and Instagram, we are at @_Geekiverse. Also, we have an event coming up March 8th in Buffalo. We are very proud to bring Rooster Teeth's Laser Team to Buffalo. Adam is going to magically put a link on screen. You can buy pre-sale tickets.
Point to it. Point to where the link's going to
I didn't want to point to it because I always point to it.
Make it challenging.
All right, it's going to be like right there, I think. Just over me. Just over Jeff
That's
Beta.
completely off frame.
That's why I didn't do it, guys. So pre-sale tickets actually are moving forward. We're not just saying that. There is a limited number that we can release to the public, so please get those. We're going to do a pre-show, kind of a live taping, if you will, of the Geekiverse show right in theater.
You could be in this
Yeah.
show on March 8th. Well,
so you can ask us an idiotic question about Laser Team that we probably don't know about, but would be excited to answer anyway. So, in all honesty, we really are excited to see that. Adam and I did a quick preview of the movie, so go check out that episode. But for Sam, Bruner, Jeff Beta, or Polish Pierogi, Adam, I'm Josiah Leroy. We'll see you next time.